The importance of knowing your financial contact information and beneficiaries. Joining me now is Landon Bradfield, VP of Growth and Member Services at Jordan Credit Union, to share more in this sponsored interview. Hi, Landon.
Hello.
Happy Friday the 13th.
Happy Friday the 13th. It's a scary day.
It is a scary day, but you know what's not scary is this information. I'm reading this and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, these are things I've never even thought about. This will be so helpful to viewers. Okay, so say we're setting up a brand new account. What are some mistakes we're doing?
So you're setting up a new account maybe with a financial institution or exchange account or something to do with your finances. Nobody likes to fill out those long forms and paperwork. So they're trying to get through it as quick as they possibly can. The first thing that could happen is you don't put in your own information correctly. So you don't put in your email correctly or phone number or those types of things. What could happen with that is the lowest thing that could happen is that it just takes a lot longer to set up your account. They try and set you up with online banking or an app, and they can't send you the confirmation email, and it becomes a thing. The worst thing that could happen is everything gets set up, but if something goes wrong on your account, they can't get a hold of you. And there's so many things that can go wrong on your account, fraud, all sorts of things that could go wrong, but they can't get a hold of you.
So sometimes I've been guilty of this. Just one number gets off and I've assumed it's right. Go back, recheck, check again. But you also have some horror stories that have happened to people who did not have the information updated or in the right way.
Oh yeah, so the next thing when you're filling out the forms, people often just overlook it or just skip it, is beneficiaries. Beneficiaries, when you set up an account, are really, really important. We don't really want to think about the day in which we might not be living. But if we don't have those set up, it can actually be a nightmare for those people who do survive you. So, for example, if you don't set up that beneficiary, it can be in a legal quagmire for your family and whoever's supposed to be getting that account.
So maybe we have not put in children. Maybe we go through a divorce, life changes, and we might not think, oh, let me go back and make sure things are now up to date. So have you seen money go to the wrong person?
Yeah, so there has been instances in which somebody has either not put in their beneficiaries and not had a will, and so things get really sticky legally, or it takes a really long time to get that. Maybe it's costly to get that money out. The other thing that happens is if there's a death in the family or an instance in which those beneficiaries have changed, you really need to look at those things. For example, divorce is a big one. If you've had a recent divorce, you really should look at the beneficiaries on your account to make sure that the right people are going to be getting that money when you pass away.
Oh, and when you are going through a big life change, you're probably not thinking of all of those details. So get ahead of it. Put that on the list of things to do. You mentioned difficulty accessing your accounts, missing important alerts.
Right. Alerts are really good. A lot of people think, oh, I don't want to receive any more marketing alerts or marketing messages, not thinking that they're alerts that they really do want. Maybe it's a really good special, that's one thing, but also what if there's fraud on your account? You really want to make sure you know about that. The other thing is if you use an account for a long time, maybe it's a savings account that you keep separate from everything. It's actually legally, in the state of Utah, financial institutions need to escheat those funds if you haven't had any contact with that person in the past 3 years. And so if you have an account somewhere that's just kind of set to the side and you set it and you forget it and you don't interact with it at all, if that financial institution tries to contact you and say, hey, we just want to make sure we can keep your account, we haven't heard from you for the past 3 years or so, and if you just say yes, then they can that account will just roll on forward. If they can't get a hold of you, those funds might be escheated to the state.
Okay, that's scary. Yeah. So take inventory, get your ducks in a row, so much more if you need to be contacted about loans, payments, and beyond. Landon, where do we go for more information?
For more information, go to jordancu.org to find out more about what we have to offer, more information about these types of things.
Top of my to-do list today. Yeah. Thank you for that. Our thanks to Landon and Jordan Credit Union for this sponsored interview.